Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 1, Text 43. Jyotir यथैवोदकपार्थिवेश्वदः समीरवेगानुगतं विभाव्यते एवं स्वमाया रचितेष्वसौ पुमान् गुणेषु रागानुगतो विमुह्यति. So we had done the Anvaya the last time. We'll go for that. We'll read the translation once. So this is body. When the luminaries in the sky, such as the moon, the sun, and the stars, are reflected in liquids like oil or water, they appear to be of different shapes, sometimes round, sometimes long, and so on, because of the movements of the wind. Similarly, when the living entity, the soul, is absorbed in materialistic thoughts, he accepts various manifestations as his own identity because of ignorance. In other words, one is bewildered by mental concoctions because of agitation from the material modes of nature. Okay, so Nanu Satyam भविष्यति एव किमपि देहमात्रं तथा अपि अस्य अतिप्रियस्य राजदेहस्य रक्षणाय अकृत्यमपि क्रियते इति चेत् तत्र आह ज्योति इति. तो ननु सत्यम भविष्यति एव किमपि देहमात्रं तथापि अस्य अतिप्रियस्य राजदेहस्य रक्षणाय. So now objection. So in the previous one, it was said that how the mind basically the mind goes first and then the living entities follow. Living entity follows, into the new body. So okay, nanu objection. Satyam bhavishyate eva. Okay, it will happen or it does happen for sure. True. किमपि देहमात्रं तथापि अस्य अतिप्रियस्य राजदेहस्य रक्षणाय अकृत्यमपि क्रियते इति चेत् तत्र आह. So now the point is that that one can perform kriyate akrityam, prohibited activities, in order to protect the body of the king and so on, which is very dear, the desired body. Hmm. Yes. So the response is Jyotihi iti. Adah Chandra adi Jyotihi उदकयुक्तेषु पार्थिवेषु घटादिषु यद्वा उदकेषु पार्थिवेषु तैलघृतादिषु प्रतिबिम्बत्वेन स्थितं समीरस्य वायोर्वेगमनुगतं कंपादियुक्तं प्रतीयते. Yatha. So just like Yatha, the effulgence or the light, Jyoti of moon and so on, the luminaries. So it resembles or it looks appears like it appears to be shaking, shaking and so on. Kampadyuktam because of Samirasya Vayoh Vegam Anugatam because of the influence or the effect of the wind, the movement of the wind. So when this Jyoti, the light of the luminaries, they Udakayukteshu Parthiveshu Ghatadishu. So when they are reflected, pratibimbatvena, when they reflect in the material elements like pot and so on, Ghata Adi, which are filled with water, or else when they reflect on liquid, you know, some liquid elements like the oil, ghee, and so on. So at that point, these the wind, sorry, the jyoti, or sorry, the reflection, the pratibimb rather, it looks like moving, shaking, and so on due to the movement of the wind. Evam, similarly, evam tu, or evam tva vidya rachiteshu गुणेषु देहेषु रागेण अनुगतः प्रविष्टः मुह्यति अभिनिवेशं प्राप्नोति. So in similarly, so the bodies which are composed of the material modes created by the avidya potency of the Lord. So in those bodies, one similarly, the jiva similarly get uh, bewildered or illusioned. So ragena anugatah pravishtaha. So due to attachment, rag, anugatah pravishta. He enters, which means he is muyati. He doesn't really enter, but he believes. His illusion to be believing that he enters. So that's basically the abhinivesham prapnoti. He understands himself as the matter, the deha, which is composed of the guna created by Maya, avidya potency. Just like if I'm wearing this cloth and for a second I just get into the abhinivesh or the absorption that I am this cloth. Similarly, the same way. So atmanah tavat dehadi adhyasajanmoktam. What is that? Sahatena jayate. Atmanah tavat dehadi adhya adhi asaj asat adhyasat adhyasat janmoktam. Okay, adhyasat janmoktam. Okay, adhyas means imposing. Aropana. Mithya gyan. Mithya gyan. Adhyas means mithya gyan. So, so it is being said here that the soul, Atma, because of adhyas. So this is 5-1 adhyasat like Krishna. So atmanah adhyasat because of the mithya gyan, the false abhinivesh, the identification in the body and so on. So that is what is called, or yeah, mentioned as janma, the birth. Uktam sahatena jayate iti. So I think this sahatena jayate is from the verse. Let to see. Tatah च अन्योन्य धर्म अध्यासात् यथा देहादि धर्माः कार्श्यादयः कार्श्य what is कार्श्य smallness and okay, okay from krishya karshya. So ततः च अन्योन्य धर्माध्यासात् यथा let me see the words. So this is 10 1 2 chapter 1 text. Hmm. Okay, so ततः च अन्योन्य धर्म अध्यासाद यथा देहादि धर्माः कार्श्यादयः आत्मनि प्रतीयते. Okay, okay. एवं so ततः च so now thereafter when janma, this is mentioned what is janma, अन्योन्य धर्म अध्यासाद. So due to the false knowledge of um, the dharma, the paraspara dharma of deha and atma. Yeah, so when deha, so when atma identifies with the body and works accordingly, so that is called anyonya dharma adhyasa. So and it is explained deha adi dharma karshyadaya atmani pratiyate. So what happens then, like the bodies are of different kinds. Let's say some bodies are thicker, some bodies are thinner, and so on. So this karsha means thinner, thin or small. So so what such illusioned entity does is they tend to impose those qualities of the bodies onto the soul, and it appears like the soul has got such properties which actually belongs to the body. So that is what is called anyonya dharma adhyas pratiyate. It looks like it's in the soul, those properties of the body, dehadi dharma, like smallness, thinness, thickness, ityadi. Evam atma dharma premaspadatvat. What is that? Uh, uh, premaspadatvat. This word is okay. Premaspadattvadayah api. I think dehadishu iti राजसूकर देहयोर विशेषाभावात् व्यर्थः मृत्यु प्रतीकार इति भावः. So similarly, the properties of the atma, the soul, like premaspadatva. So like premaspadatva, so prem is love and aspadatva means aspada is the abode, the place, and aspadatva the state of being the place. Or so so basically the soul is the abode or the place of love, both ways, like accepting and giving, reciprocation. So those elements, those properties, we impose on the body, the bodies. Dehadishu pratiyateti. So Raj Sukar Dehayo Vishesh Abhavat Vyartha Mrityu Pratikaraha iti bhava. So just like Raj Sukar Dehayor. So in the bodies, so between the body of a king and the body of a Sukar, the boar, Vishesh Abhavat. So there is a difference, right? And due to the difference, one can't really match them. One can't say that they are one and the same. Hmm. So Mrityu Pratikarah. So so okay. So Raj Sukara Dehayo Vishesh Abhavat Vyartha. So in this way, if one has that mentality of Anyonya Dharma, uh, Adhyasa, wrong conception about the body and the self, then Mrityu Pratikar, one's effort to retaliate death would be fruitless. It would be fruitless to undo the death. Iti bhava. So this is the bhava. Hmm. Okay.
There was a word parthiveshu that I missed.
Yeah,
What does
Parthiva.
parthiv?
So from Prithvi comes Parthiva. So something which is made up of Prithvi, earth. Like we have earth, water, fire, air, ether. So
So does it mean solids then?
I'm sorry.
Solids?
I mean, yeah. So it is like a Yoga Rudhi Shabda. So from Prithvi comes Parthiva, and it refers to like things made up of like the Prithvi, for example, Ghata, and many things they come under this Parthiva category.
Right, because we were talking about like reflections of the moon and so forth. So
Yeah, so
how
here it
can that?
refers to the pot, which is made up of
I see.
Prithvi.
Right, but then this. Oh, Dailagritadishu, for instance, I guess those have some mixture of earth, so maybe that's how that
Okay,
works.
okay, so Udakeshu, actually Udakeshu equals to Parthiveshu Tailagritadishu. So there Udakeshu refers to Tailagritadishu, and then those Tailagritadishu are Yeah, so they're basically Udaka refers to Taila Ghritadishu.
So then why is Parthiveshu in between Udakeshu and Tailagritadishu?
Yeah, because Parthiveshu is just um, from the verse they have taken. Parthiveshu is not the gloss of Udakeshu. So it's
I see. Okay.
just to connect.
So
Uh,
Tailagritadeshu is not the gloss of Parthiveshu, you're
no,
saying.
no, no, no. Tailaghritadishu is the gloss for Udakeshu.
So
Because
there's no
if
gloss for Parthiveshu?
no, no, in this one, no. In the previous
Okay.
one, it was Parthiveshu Ghatadishu, but here Udakeshu
Mhm.
equals to Tailaghritadishu. Because
Okay.
in the verse, it is said Udaka Parthiveshu. Udaka and Parthiva they are given together.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I was trying to understand how can the, light be reflected in the earthen thing unless it has the water in it or something.
Yeah, it says
But
Udaka. It says Udaka Yukteshu Parthiveshu.
oh, I see, I see. Now I get it. Okay, so
Yeah.
Parthiveshu, the gloss was given in the previous sentence where it said Parthiveshu is Ghatadishu. So so he didn't repeat that. Maybe that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah. So Udaka Yukteshu Parthiveshu, the pot and so on, which is containing water ityad.
Okay, sorry, I got it now. Thank you.
Guruji, when you're reading the Devanagari script,
Yeah.
like the you have this word Rajasuke. How do you break this word to be able to read it like I mean how do you read this long word?
Okay. So I mean, for that, one needs to have that vocabulary, in mind. So Raj, see, it's a long word, but in this word we have many words like which are clubbed together. So Raj is one word, Sukara is one. Sukara means boar. We say, Shukara Rupa, Sukara Rupa, Varaha. Then Dehayo is 6.2, 7.2 form. Then Vishesh is another form. Abhavat is another form, and Vyartha. So that's why we study grammar, right? And then we get these forms. We know the endings. And yeah, apart from that, we also have some. We should have some basic vocabulary. Raj Sukar Dehayo.
Is it that, is it like you have to break it where there are vowels like Raja? There's a vowel you have to the second word starts after the vowel. Is it is it like this?
Actually, not necessary, but because if you see here in this Vishesh, this one. So in this one, actually, Vishesh. Now here, this is Sha. So we
Mhm.
have to separate Vishesh and then Abhavat. So that logic won't work here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So we have to have we need to have we need to know. Yeah. By practice, it comes
Yes,
sandhis and then
yes.
okay. We'll do one more. तस्मान् न कस्यचित् द्रोहम् आचरेत् स तथाविधः आत्मनः क्षेमम् अन्विच्छन् द्रोग्धुर्वै परतो भयम्. Again, we did the Anvaya. So, translation would be therefore, since envious impious activities cause a body in which one suffers in the next life, why should one act impiously? Considering one's welfare, one should not envy anyone, for an envious person must always fear harm from his enemies, either in this life or in the next. So Shridhar Swami says, "Evam uktam sam upayam upasanharan bhedam aha tasmaditi." Now, this verse beginning with tasmat, so Vasudeva, he is using the four, tactics, Sama, Dam, Danda, Bhed. So, which are generally used to like to impel someone to do something, to perform an action or something. So basically, to convince him for something, Sama, Dam, Danda, Bhed. So,
If I remember correctly, Prabhupada translates it as conciliation, I think.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't
yeah.
remember, but yeah, that's so. Anyhow, so I had read it some. In any case, so evam uktam sam upayam upasangharan bhedamaha. So in this way, Vasudeva has used the first method, which was sama. Sama means to, like appreciate someone, calm someone with gentle words. Yeah, yeah. Okay, here it is. So, so there are four upayas or means of, like success against an enemy to convince him to win over someone. So one of the upaya is sama, which is the first one, and the other three are dam. I think that's not dana, that's dam, bhed, and danda. Danda. Sam, dam, bhed, and danda. So Vasudev has used that, and concluding that now he is using the bhed. He is using this bhed method of bhed generally refers to.
Is Upasangharan augmenting, or what is that?
Upasangharan means concluding. Like in the,
Concluding. Okay.
yeah, like the books, we have appendix, so that is called as upasanhar towards that. So that's like a conclusion or concluding. Yeah, so bheda is like, differentiation, distinction, separation, uh, disuniting, winning over to one side by showing dissension. So this is also one method, which is called bheda. It also says Shatru Vashikarana Upaya Chatushtaya Antargata Tritiya Upaya. So this is the third method out of the four methods of controlling the enemy, of subduing the enemy rather. Hmm. So, so beginning with this verse, which is beginning from Tasmat. Parataha abhidruhya manat. So in the verse, the word parataha comes. So that is meaning abhidruhya manat. So those who are envious of you, from those. Druha means envious. Tat sambandhinah cha yamat api. tat sambandhinah cha yamatapi iha amutra cha bhayamiti bheda darshita. So it says that even from Yama, from Yamaraj, in this world, Iha, and in the next world, Amutra, a person who commits violence, he gets fear, or he gets frightened, or he gets that cause of fear, even from Yamaraj, in this life and even in the next one. So that is shown. So basically, Vasudevji is saying that even after all this, if someone, or basically you, O Kansa, if you kill Devaki, if you insist on killing Devaki, then there will be two things. First, that you will parato bhayam, that the person whom you will harm, he will take revenge of you, because this is the circle of karma chakra. And then the Shridhar Swami also says that even Yamaraj won't pardon you. Yamaraj also will, uh, yeah, will punish you. So that is the Bheda is using.
I'm sorry, I missed Abhidruyaman.
So Abhidhruya Manat, so it is Abhi, the Upasarga, Dhatu is Druha, and then Shanach Pratyay. So basically, from one who is being envious of you. So from one who is being envious, so this is Shanach, so that is continuous. So from one who is being envious. So basically, Paratah Bhayam, fear, you will attain fear from one who is being envious. Who is envious? Hmm. Or
Would it be
yeah.
better to say inimical? I mean, Yamaraj is not going to be envious
Yeah. I mean,
of Kangsa.
I think Druha. Yeah, I mean, and not inimical. I mean, why Yamraj will be inimical towards? Uh, so for Yamraj, this Druha thing is not for Yamraj. It is for the person whom Kansa will harm. So basically, Devaki.
Well, the relatives, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
right. The relatives or anyone whom
yeah.
Kansa will harm, or anyone. So if I harm someone, so that person will naturally have that Druha, the bhavna of envy, enmity. So then the next birth he will come and he will take his revenge. So the circle goes on. And plus Yamraj, Yamat Api, Bhayam, Darshita.
Couldn't Bruhya mean the person to whom you were inimical?
Yeah, Druhiya.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Okay, uh, so we'll stop here and then we'll resume the next week, Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Dhanyavad pranam. Hare Krishna.